His tournament debuted in 1937 at Rancho Santa Fe. Not surprisingly, weather shortened, Sam Snead winning. Since it expanded to 72 holes back in 1958, it has been reduced to 54 holes 6 times. We're hoping to get in the full 72. They did go to Monday a year ago with Justin Rose winning. And with that, we welcome Todd Lewis, we think has more on where this is all headed.
Gary Young, who is the chief referee for the PGA Tour, he is on site. And because of the safety concerns due to the wind, I mean, there are heavy winds right now that are gusting in the 60s. And they are going to dissipate a bit, but still going to be in the 40s and 50s this afternoon. And so out of an abundance of safety concerns, they are deciding not to play golf today. So round 4 will not be played today on Sunday. Now let's move to Monday. They are going to try to get 72 holes in. They're going to start around 8 a.m. with the last group going off at around 10:15. Looking at around a 3:30 local time, finish 6:30 on the East Coast.
Okay. What's forecast look like tomorrow, and how much more water can this golf course hold?
Well, the forecast in regards to rain doesn't look too bad. They may get another inch or so, and this ground is already saturated, so there may be some standing water. But tomorrow, the chance of rain is going to dissipate, and you see the forecast there. But the wind will definitely die down. That will not be an issue. So we're looking at a soft golf course. They can move this water off the greens and such, the standing water. So they think they're going to be able to play tomorrow. Now, here's the issue. If there is, let's say, some more rain that happens tomorrow and the golf course becomes unplayable and there's a delay, here are the protocols for the PGA Tour. If half the field finishes tomorrow, then they come back on Tuesday to finish the rest of the field and decide a champion. If less than half the field finishes tomorrow, then this turns into a 54-hole event.
And there are stipulations within the PGA Tour guidelines, correct, saying they have to try to get in 72
Correct.
holes.
They have to try their best to get 72 holes in.
If it happens to be 54, which, could be likely here, very likely, do they pay out full prize monies and full exemptions?
It's a good question.
It's a big check this week.
$3.6 million going to the winner.
Clark is very interested in his caddy.
From everything I understand, they do give out the same prize money, and they give out the same amount of FedEx Cup points. You win this event, you get 700 FedEx Cup points. But if I had to make an educated guess, I think they're going to be able to finish tomorrow unless something else weather-wise happens.
Yeah. I think the key is to get started tomorrow. The key is for the rain to stop so that they can get the course prepared, even though these superintendents, I mean, the work that these guys do behind the scenes, a lot of credit to them this week. And the conditions of the golf course have been excellent, considering all of the rain. I think the key is they'll be out early in the morning, they'll be working, and then hopefully there's going to be no more rain. The big key is to get started at 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the key. I mean, well, the window they have, if they can get the first tee time out by 10 or maybe 10:15, that means the last tee time will go out around 12:15 or 12:30. Without any delays, they can finish. So you're right, if they go out at 8, that's wonderful. But even if they start around 10 o'clock, they still will be able to finish and get 72 holes in. The big concern right now is the wind. And this ground is saturated, as I mentioned. There are a lot of trees on this golf course and around that area. You get a 60-mile-per-hour gust, and you can just topple those trees over. It can uproot those trees, so that's a big concern.
Is there any word on whether, if it's going to tomorrow, are spectators going to be allowed on the golf course tomorrow?
It has not been determined yet, so I'm sure the PGA Tour and the rules officials, and along with Steve John, who is essentially the tournament director who's in charge of the Monterey Peninsula Foundation, they will work with local government officials to make that determination.